down, then down here. Because when you go, that's where it's surface.
Hey everybody, this is Kip from America Bumper to Bumper. And today we are going to be joined momentarily by a special guest. Just because I don't want to do this all on my own tonight. And there's my special guest. Say hello, Grayson.
Hello.
Hello. So today we're going to talk a little bit about channel updates as always. We're going to talk some news and I don't know, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, I have anything to talk about.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
I'm just here for witty commentary.
Witty commentary. Hey, we got two people here, so
Wow.
you're boosting things up already.
I'm popular.
Yes. All right, so starting out with channel updates. Nothing's changed. We're still at the same 312 subscribers. But we did have a really, really good weekend last weekend. Went down to Barnardston, Massachusetts, to the Kringle Candle Company's Cars and Coffee. And yeah, no, that's why they only call it Kringle Cars and Coffee. But we did. We had one video that posted yesterday. We have another one I'll be working on as soon as we're done here and uploading that. It'll either be up later tonight or tomorrow morning, and that video is going to be a great one because the last few clips of cars, if you're a fan of exotics, you're gonna love it. And if you've been over to the Facebook page, you have a pretty good preview of what you're gonna see. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am throwing around the idea, and I do need everyone's thoughts on this, whether you watch it now or whether you watch this later, not live. I am considering not doing the live streams anymore, but still doing a car chat with Kip. What that would mean would be a little bit more trying to do some better production of a news type program. And then, we'll still post it like at 8 o'clock at night on Fridays, and maybe we'll do it a premiere. So still chat while it's going on, that sort of stuff, but not doing the live stream because it's tough coming home from work, trying to relax for a few minutes, come up with all the stories, and then get this all going. But we'll see. Hey, Sean from Novataz, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it, you being here. I'll try to stop in on yours Sunday. All right, so that's what's going on here. Walt, thanks for stopping in too. And let's get into some news. Now, Grayson, how would you feel about renting a car and then getting stopped by the police for, them saying that you stole it?
That's not very good.
No. But apparently it happens more than you think. Story on Jalopnik, that's where I found this particular one, has said that in multiple cases and several times with the Hertz rental cars, people getting pulled over, pulled out of the cars, arrested for saying, the cops were saying that they have a stolen car when really they had just rented it. One particular customer last year, she was returning from visiting family in Canada. Hey, Benny, thanks for stopping in. When Border Patrol agents pulled her over and told her to turn off the engine, they detained her for 7 hours before it was discovered that the car belonged to another rental car company that had reported it stolen a few days earlier. Yet, a Hertz agent processed the rental and put her in the car. That I'm sorry, is not a very good thing. In 2017, another customer rented a car from Hertz and found guns drawn at her at a checkpoint.
Good Lord.
Yes. Cops told her that the car she was driving had been reported stolen, which is news to the customer because she had rented it. She was arrested and held for a half a day. The police told she had not returned the vehicle despite the employees asking her. But the customer claimed Hertz called her a few days earlier, told her to return the car because the registration was about to expire. She says Hertz agreed she could return the car Monday instead of Thursday. She was arrested on Sunday. Man. Yeah, that's this. And this little story goes on for, talking of several other people that rented from various companies, but Hertz name is thrown around a lot. So if you guys are thinking over this long holiday weekend of renting a car, be careful where you rent it from. Just saying. I don't know about you guys. I'm all Hertz rent a car. Hertz, Hertz, not Anyway, yes, and it does hurt apparently if you rent from them. So I'm a car guy. I love cars. The horsepower wars don't really get me because I'm Jiggle. Yeah, okay. No, I am not your daddy. Goodbye. Hey, a new troll. Gosh, I'm so happy.
You're getting famous, Dad.
Yes. Oh, dislikes don't bother me, sir, ma'am, whatever you are.
Report them.
Yeah, generally I have a couple people in here. So guess what, Sean?
Like I said, it's like
you can be a moderator for now. Okay. All right, back to the horsepower wars. Especially when it comes to Dodge Challenger Hellcat, 717 horsepower. It's a fair amount. That's pretty good. Yeah, right. Even if you get yourself into the Demon, that's 840 horsepower. Still, that's quite a lot. Well, now there is a German car company, Geiger Cars, that has decided that they are not happy with 717 horsepower or even 840 horsepower. No, they have infused the Hellcat with 890 horsepower, 751 pound-feet of torque. The increase comes from changes to the supercharger to bump up boost, which is managed by updated engine software to keep all the components happy. Again, 890 is way more horsepower than I will ever use. It's pretty, not bad.
Cool though.
Yeah, does look cool. Hopefully I have you pointed at the actual car. It does look cool. That's here. Yeah, we're still back at us. Good. All right. Yeah, so I don't understand. I love the thoughts of the cars like Koenigseggs and Paganis and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the Stripes really does look pretty good, and I do like the name that they put on the car. It's not the Hellcat; it is the Cerberus. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yep, love those the high horsepower cars, but you're never gonna really use them. So, I'm happy with a measly 500 or in the case of Zelda, 180
It's okay someday.
someday. Yeah. All right. So now, with this weekend being Memorial Day weekend, and the IndyCar, the Indy 500 coming up, thought we'd take a trip through. There was a lot more than just the cars we're going to show you. There's actually 105 total pictures of different Indy 500 pace cars, but we thought we'd go from mid 60s on up to see what kind of cars they put in. So let's see if we can get you guys all set up so you can see this. Let me just look at that. Isn't that just freaky?
Trippy.
Very trippy. All right. Back over there. That should be about right. So 1964, the Indy 500 was paced by the Ford Mustang, which is not very, that's pretty much what I would have expected for 1964. Let's see what 1965 was. That was I can't really see it that well down over here, but Plymouth Sports Fury. Not bad. Gracie, what is our next car for 1966?
The Mercury Comet Cyclone GT.
Nice looking car. I would definitely take that. Now, there's a question for you guys, older folks out there. Did Mercury actually make a convertible Comet Cyclone? Inquiring minds want to know.
All right, Julian.
67. This is also a pretty no-brainer with the first year of the Camaro. Let's see where we go in 68. Back to Ford with the Torino GT.
Not a very good picture.
No, that's not a good one. Oh, what we got next, Grace, for 69?
The Chevrolet Camaro SS. My favorite type of Camaro.
Yes. And this is, a very iconic color combo, the white with the orange stripes. Very, very nice. 1970, Olds 442. Another good choice. I like those 442s. So 70, you go the odd, I'll go with the even numbers. Okay, so you use next year.
Ooh, Dodge Challenger.
Ooh, that is, yeah. And Dodge Challenger convertible, no less. That's even better.
Like that.
Rims, those don't quite do it for me, but car overall, yeah. You have to excuse my son in the background. He's playing Fortnite and being nice and loud. Hideaway headlights and stripes. That is absolutely right, Walt. One of the best pace cars so far. Let's see if we get into what we get into. Yeah, Hurst Olds Cutlass. So slight upgrade from your 442, but still very nice. Now we'll see how as we get into the 70s. What they keep going to, because late 70s kind of hurt for a while car wise. Whoa!
Ooh, a Cadillac Eldorado.
Now that is a fairly interesting choice, although I think they still came with a 500 cubic inch engine in 73, but a front wheel drive car. Interesting choice indeed. 1974. If the computer wants to. Oh, there we go. Another Hurst Olds Cutlass. Different body style, but I do like the T-tops. I don't know if you can see that up there. Not a bad looking car. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Buick Century Custom Free Spirit. In quotes.
Yeah. Red, white, and blue. Everybody's starting to get ready for the bicentennial. So not bad. I think actually I remember seeing somewhere in like a Craigslist ad for around here one of these for sale.
Oh.
Not in great shape, but still. All right, what we got for 76? My birth year. Ah, a Buick turbocharged V6. Huh.
I don't like it.
It's not the turbocharged V6 I think of when I think of Buick turbocharged V6, but apparently they were doing it a lot, sooner than the Grand Nationals. Interesting. And a little sad. But happy birthday, me.
Ooh. Oldsmobile Delta 88.
That is also very interesting because of the roof. That's just excuse me, guys. That must be a special, roof style just for the Indy 500 because I don't remember any cars, especially Delta 88s, having a Targa roof like that. Who wants to guess that car? What car? Yeah, let's get on to guessing 78. Yeah, I didn't expect an Eldorado either in there. Oh, Corvette.
Nice.
Okay, I can see. Oh, you found the 77. Yeah, I remember watching your video, Benny, about the 77. That one was though had like different paint over it, if I remember correctly. Definitely. Yeah, say they did it. Oh, visibility for guests riding in it. Yep, makes sense now that I think about it. Convertibles and stuff like that. Yep, but 78 Camaro Corvette. Yeah, you can still find a lot of these 78 pace car Corvettes around. I do like the rims on these ones.
Yeah, Ford Mustang. Not the kind of Mustang I think of when I think of Mustang.
Right. Well, this is actually the beginning of the Fox body.
Really?
Yep. 70. Hey. No. Sorry, dog. Yeah, so 79. I know the Fox body, actually started, production in 78, but this is your first of your Fox body Mustangs. One of my least favorite Mustangs. Oh, come on, Nova Taz.
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
Well, no, it's not that pretty, but it led to better things, kind of. 1980
Ooh.
Pontiac Trans Am Turbo. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. I do like the 77 and 8 front end better than the 80. That just kind of looks off to me. But the
He says that car's cool.
Turbo Trans Am, what?
Julie says that car's cool.
Which car?
I don't know, the one you were just talking about.
Turbo Trans Am?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah. You hate the Fox bodies. Oh. Well, I'm not a huge fan. I just have it because it's easy to find parts for. What do we got for 81, Grayson?
Buick Regal V6.
Ooh. Now, I wish, it's the Regal, which I love the Regals. I'm kind of intrigued by the roof structure that they have. That would have been kind of cool if they'd actually come out with a convertible with a, I don't know if you want to call it a halo bar or whatever. That's kind of cool. That's great. Oh, Be Still My Heart.
Ooh.
82 Z28. The beginning of the third generation Camaro. I love my third gen Camaro. I've owned one. I so desperately want to buy another one, but to find one in decent condition is a trick.
Oh, $42,000.
Oh.
Buick Riviera convertible.
Yep. That again, not my most favorite of the Rivieras.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It is.
Well, the front end reminds me of Zelda.
Yep. And the wheels. Can't forget the
Mhm.
wheels. But the thought of, a more of a luxury car, being at the front of a pace, being the pace car for a, Indy 500 is interesting. Oh, another one of my favorites. 1984 Pontiac Fiero. I don't like the 84s, but you mean like an 88? That's another one that I'd love to have. Yes, I do agree with you. The boat tail Rivieras were the best out of all of them. I also liked, I believe it was a 65 Riviera, looked pretty cool. But yeah, these things, especially because in 84 they only came with a 4-cylinder, not the greatest of cars, but that would have looked pretty cool leading all the race cars around. What do we have for 85? If we get going, oh, there we go.
Oldsmobile Kelly?
Calais, yeah.
Calais?
Again, another kind of interesting car. Front wheel drive, 4-cylinder. I don't think they ever made this in a true convertible from the factory. But
I don't
no,
like it.
no.
Ooh.
1986 Chevy Corvette
Nice.
C4. At least it wasn't an earlier one with that anemic crossfire fuel injected V8. Not the greatest styling for a Corvette out of all the Corvettes ever produced, but Corvette nonetheless.
A Chrysler LeBaron?
Yep.
Don't like it.
No.
Nope.
No. No. The only thing cool about it for the time was the flip-up headlights. But beyond that, your uncle used to own one of those.
Really?
Yeah. Olds Cutlass Supreme. Yes. Now I did.
Front bumper.
They were trying to be race car-ish. I don't like the wheels on this, but I've always liked this body style Cutlass Supreme convertibles. They did look pretty good, especially with the quasi roll bar or whatever that they had. Not the ugliest of all the cars we've seen so far, but definitely not the best either.
Ooh, 20th anniversary Pontiac Trans Am.
Nice. Now this one I particularly I do like the definitely I love the lack of the glass hatch. I wish that it'd come like this from the factory. One of the Gen 3 cars, whether it's the Camaro or the Firebird, that just is a nice clean line. I like that, and I love the BBS style honeycomb rims there. Notchback. Okay, yeah, notchback. Another interesting call. 1990, the Chevrolet Beretta. Now, anybody that did not know, I'm pretty sure this is correct anyways, that the Beretta was supposed to take over for the Camaro, just like the Ford Probe was supposed to take over for the sports car for the Mustang, and thank God they didn't. In the Berettas, you're very right, Sean. Fun little cars. A friend of mine, they had the Corsica, the 4-door version, and it was a peppy, 3.1 liter was a peppy little car. They didn't weigh too much, so that helped out a lot. Interesting car. What are we?
Dodge Viper.
Yes.
Nice.
Now we're getting back into some cool cars.
Yeah.
Yep. And that, trying to remember when they first made the Vipers, if 91 was the first year, but that would have been a perfect car for pace car. The 1992 Cadillac Alante. Another nice choice. I think this was the first car that Cadillac used the Northstar V8 in. Not great engine, but pretty cool car considering that all these were 92 was the first production. Okay, thank you. Well, that's a very good question. I don't remember whether they got sued over that. I will look into that later and remind me next week, and I'll let you know. I almost bought one of these. It was between this and Zelda. Glad I bought Zelda.
Yes. Oh,
Another Camaro.
that's a Camaro.
That is a Camaro. That is a 4th gen Camaro.
No.
No, she's shaking her head no. Okay, well. The 94 Viper. Yep. It's 94 when they started doing the GTS, because that was a good looking. Yep. Catfish Camaro was not in the 4th gen, not especially the early 4th gen cars. Not.
No.
But then again, Ford, didn't do much better with the Mustang.
Ford Mustang Cobra.
Yeah. At least they had the Cobra in there. That was about the only good thing about the Mustang from here.
Trail down. Not fallow.
Definitely butt ugly. Those and again, I was not a fan of the SN95 Mustangs either. I don't think they looked. There was too much of a departure. Yeah.
Ooh,
another
another
Corvette. Yeah. This is where I think the 4th gen Corvettes had their sweet spot. Yes, the Cutlass did die with the G body. I hate calling that the Cutlass Supreme convertible there, a true Cutlass Supreme, because they when they left the rear drive body style. Yep. So I'm very much like these late C4 Corvettes. I think they got the styling right, the rims right, the rear end. It just was a much better looking car. Later production than the earlier like 84, 85s. Yeah. So we got next.
Ooh, another Viper.
Yeah.
That's nice.
GTS. That is definitely one of the best looking Vipers they ever made, hands down.
I like that. I have one of those.
Yep. Looks much better with the roof on it than the Roadster. Definitely. What the
hell?
Okay, I'm not even gonna.
No.
We're not even gonna go. Okay, had to get over that. Whatever that. No, I'm not. No, it wasn't even gonna acknowledge 1997. You're true. Very true, Sean. The GTS R, one step ahead of the of everything else Viper wise, but
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not bad
Color
for
scheme's weird.
Yeah,
Color scheme.
Yeah, color scheme's definitely interesting for the Corvette, but cool.
Oh, Monte Carlo.
99 Monte Carlo again. Because it's not a G body, it's kind of only a quasi Monte Carlo. No, 97 was not a Monte Carlo. The 97 was an Olds Aurora.
Whatever the heck that
is. 99 is when they did, as you see here, is when they did the Monte. And again, car companies ruin everything by making them front wheel drive. I have seen one of these pace cars at a car show. and I cried a little bit, but you know, what are you gonna do? What do we got for the new millennium?
Let's see.
Oh,
That's
They did-
another one.
they did it again.
Why?
Yeah, we didn't want to, you know, blind you with the hey, Will R, thanks for being in here and telling everybody to smash that button. What? Oldsmobile was dying. Why were they being pace cars? Oh,
That's
geez.
just sad.
Yeah, but you know, the thought of a SUV is no, that's not even cool.
No. Ooh,
Oh, now we're back to a Corvette.
nice.
Okay, the Intimidator Edition Monte Carlo, back from the late '90s, early 2000s. That was pretty cool. Love the paint scheme, and of course, you know, Dale, you know, may he rest in peace. But those Monte Carlos were, yeah. Olds was being marketed trying to save. Oh yeah, right, save the brand at that point. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
But it was just sad.
Yeah.
It was a sad attempt.
Well, this time period for GM was just a bad one because their styling, with the exception of a few cars like this, was not great. You know, there's too much cookie cutter. You know, trying to, you know, make 5 different cars out of the same basic body shell like they did in the 80s, and it was sad. Eventually, well, maybe. Oh,
Huh.
one of these cars was put as base car to try and sell that particular car for that year. Yeah, that makes sense, Sean. And yes, the SSR is a big ball of ooh. I don't know what executives that thought it would be okay to do that, but okay. And for 2004, the
Apparently
Corvette.
Julian likes the SSR.
I'm sorry, Julian. I'm
You
sorry.
have bad taste.
It's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know.
No, he just has bad taste.
Yeah. Yeah. Another retro gone bad. Yeah, is very true. I don't know if there's ever. Well, the retro Beetle, you know, sold a lot, but I'm not sure that it was, you know, great. I'm trying to bring. Yeah. All the car companies, with the mild exception of Volkswagen, really screwed up on the retro bandwagon. The Ford Thunderbird retro thing, there was just another big ball of ooh. You know, SSR was terrible. The Prowler looked really cool, and had they put a V8 in it, it would have been a whole lot, you know, more cool. But still, for what it was kind of a eh.
Wasn't it that company that made that truck that just looks like a bunch of balloons tied together? It's really round.
That was the SSR.
That's SSR?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that explains
Yeah.
why I don't like it.
Yep. Only first real good one. Yeah. They didn't, you know, Ford didn't do bad with the Mustang.
No.
Didn't do, you know, bad, but it also could have been done better. And again, you know, the 5th gen Camaro was a whole lot better. All right, 2005, another Corvette.
Another one. Really?
Now that would be C6 Corvette, I believe.
I'm not sure if it's the angle of the picture,
Yeah,
but it looks really thick.
it looks like it's like a wide angle camera or
Oh, okay.
lens or something, because it looks
A little bit of a fisheye
yeah
effect.
yeah fisheye effect. Yep. Another
One.
3 years in a row of
Are
Corvette.
you looking at Indy 500 cars? Because that's what Julian thinks you are. Doing.
Yes. that's
No,
what
we're
doing.
looking at Indy 500 pace cars
All right.
from 1964 to, you know, present. We're on 2006. I'm getting a lot of time out of looking at pace cars, so yay.
Another one.
Corvette. Wow, now we're up
Pretty
to
low.
4 years of straight of Corvette.
I like the color.
That is a very cool color. And Dr. Dreamy is the the guy who drove it.
Oh. My first instinct was, hey, wasn't that the guy from Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Another one.
What, 5 straight years?
Yep.
Okay, can we go for another one?
Can we get 6?
Oh,
Camaro.
Okay, we got it. Yeah, but and that must have been a prototype because 2010 was when the first Camaro came out, right? Help me out with that, guys. Yep, it's good. I like it. And we've got for 2010. Oh,
Hey,
another
my Camaro.
another Camaro.
A Camaro SS
Yes.
specifically. So what makes a car an SS?
A badge
Wow.
and an engine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The SS was the top of the ladder for the Camaros, especially the 5th gen Camaros. Actually, Z28 was top. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we had the base, you had the like an LS, RS type thing, and then you had the SS, and that was the biggest engine that you could get, all that sort of stuff. And then later on, and then the ZL1. I think. Oh, yes.
Your wife is.
Well, hello, wifey, Miss Kathy Vorse. Thank you for joining us on our tour of Indy
Yeah, it
500.
never loads.
Yeah. Oh boy, do we have another freeze? Nope. Apparently, I didn't press the button before.
There it goes. Wait,
Back.
no, we skipped a year.
Oh, we did.
You're at 2010.
Let's go back.
Oh god. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Camaro convertible. Yeah. Again, we go back to the
Oh.
iconic white with orange stripes of the 67. Or is that no? Was it 69? Dun dun dun. I'm not going all the way back. Anyway, 69, I think. Yep. Then we go to another Corvette. So it looks like GM spent a lot of money to be the base car. White and orange. Mm-hmm. The ZR1 Corvette, C6. Yeah, that's.
I dig it. Hey, look, another one.
C7. Nice. Surprised they didn't use a convertible, but it probably didn't have the convertibles in production then. Anywho.
So the kind of Corvette that Crossers was.
Yep. Another Camaro, the Z28.
Uh-huh.
So this was
Is that the
this was a track. No, this was like a track focused Camaro. So better suspension components, that sort of stuff. And then later we get into the ZL1, which is the drag strip.
Oh,
Another.
nice.
It seems like for the past 10, 15 years, GM pretty much owned the Indy 500.
Plot twist. They have a contract that they booked the next 100 years.
Yeah, probably. Another Camaro.
Sorry.
So it's
Doesn't
going to be
surprise me.
Camaro
It's a
Corvette.
50th anniversary.
Oh,
Camaro.
another Corvette.
Wow. Oh, what was last year? Hey, look,
Oh.
another Corvette.
Yeah, ZR1 again though. So that was another good car.
I don't like
It's big in the mouth.
Yeah.
But goes like hell.
Hey,
And another Corvette. Thank you for this tour of IndyCar history with your host Grayson and Kip. Let's see. Are you back on us where you see us both? Oh yes. Hey, look, we got 6 people watching.
Wow.
Whoa.
3 of them are Julian.
Oh, 3 of them are 2. Oh, well, hey, any way you want to do it. Thanks. We appreciate it.
Wait, is Julian actually watching and playing at the same time?
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
you the man, Julian. Okay. There have been some issues with as of late of cars that new vehicles that are going to be released. Yes, Grayson does sound like you, darling. New cars that were going to be released that can't be released because they haven't been through the EPA testing because of the government shutdown, blah, blah, blah. One of those vehicles that I read about yesterday, but I can't find the story today, was the 3-liter diesel GM trucks, the Chevy Silverado and Sierra, GMC Sierra. And apparently that is also struck another vehicle, this one being the new Mini. But only Minis with the manual transmissions. Those have not been through EPA testing yet, and because of that, they can't be sold in the US. And right now, Mini USA is saying there's going to be anywhere from a 1 to 4 month lag of any manual shift Minis being sold in the US until they can get that through the EPA testing. Let's see. But Mini is saying they are remained committed to manual gearboxes. And that comes in contrast to Toyota's recent breakdown of manual take rates. Hyundai is jettisoning. Well, God, I can't speak that. They're not doing any manuals for the 2020 Elantra. The Shelby GT500 and the new C8 Corvette, those are both being sold as non-stick cars. So who knows how much longer we're going to have those manual shift cars. But to the insurance companies and everybody else out there, manual shift cars is a theft deterrent. That's all I'm saying here.
Because no one knows how to drive them anymore.
Why don't they get that figured out beforehand? What do you mean, darling? I think they didn't. The government shutdown is what the big problem is with not having the manual shift cars in there. Okay. I think that's what you're asking there, my love. That's all the government stuff. All right. If you are the owner of a Honda CR-V and Civics, you may be in luck, because over 1 million of these cars are getting extended warranties over complaints that gas can seep into the engine oil. This problem has raised concerns about the durability of the 1.5-liter turbo engine in those vehicles, and the potential that those are, lead to early engine failure. So now they're getting extra year of powertrain coverage. So 6 years rather than 5, with no limits on mileage. That is a pretty huge thing for not having any mileage limits on that. So that's pretty decent. The extended coverage applies to certain 2017 and 18 CR-Vs and 2016 through 18 Civics.
Bumper to bumper shirt.
Okay. They give you their address, and
They're free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're free.
If you guys are gonna rock it for me,
pay no matter what.
Okay. You want to pay for them? Pay what you think they're worth.
$100.
$100. And Will, I'm really sorry. I still know I said I'll get you that T-shirt, and I know that I haven't yet, and I'm really working on it. I promise.
Let's try to do that this weekend.
Yes, we'll do that this weekend. Yeah, and get sizes.
Yeah, you gotta get their sizes.
All right, sizes.
Not right now. Not right now, because you gotta write them down for me, because I can't.
All right, fine. I will do that eventually.
All right. Sad day for Audi enthusiasts.
It's pretty fun.
I actually don't mind the TT.
There we go.
But it seems like the TT's time has come. Audi chairman Bram Scott, Schot, could wear one on my live. Again, you send me your address and I'll ship them out because I've got extras that I don't have anything to do with anywhere to go. Size and addresses. If you, Sean, message me on Facebook and we'll get one to you. And Walt, if you want one too, just message me and we'll get you one. The Audi TT is after this generation is going to be put to pasture, and its replacement is going to be electric, a new electric car. Not saying. Let's see.
You know what I was saying to Mom?
What?
I can sort of understand electric cars in like cities and stuff because they make the things where you plug them in to charge them, but we don't like have any of those around here. So I don't understand why people around like Vermont will buy electric cars. Like I've seen so many Teslas around here, but like there's nowhere to plug them in.
Well,
unless you do it at home. But like
the other real problem with, at least in here in Vermont, with electric cars is the fact that our winters can get so cold that as anything with a battery doesn't like the cold. So I mean.
Is that what happened to that Tesla that got set on fire on the Lake Champlain?
That was a short that caused that. They brought it out on the ice, and a wire somewhere got broke, and it.
Like in the lacrosse?
Yeah. Except worse, because there's a power wire, and it touched something else and lit the whole thing on fire. Cities and warmer areas.
The sport.
Electric cars make sense. Around here with all the mountains and the cold and whatnot, and our lack of not electric infrastructure, but charging infrastructure. I mean, the dealership that I work at, we do have chargers, but and we sell Leaf because I'm we're a Nissan dealership, so they sell Leafs. But unless you make the investment to put a fast charge in your home, it takes like 8 hours to fully charge, the car, which only goes 150 miles. I'm old school. I'd rather get in a car, turn it on, and drive. But that's just me. All right. I'm going to skip over that one because I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about recalls. Whoop, whoop.
Wow, more CRVs.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's been a bad year for Honda and whatnot. So this was broke a day ago that 119,000 CRV crossovers are being recalled for inadvertent airbag deployment. You definitely don't want that.
Rough Rod's Ristos, solar panels built into the roof, hood, and deck lid. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, could they build solar panels into electric cars?
Yeah.
Like, would that be like structurally safe? Like, would it be?
Well, see, the solar panels themselves it's basically just like the skin of the roof. All the crash structure that keeps it solid is underneath.
Oh, okay. So they could do that.
Yeah, Toyota, one of the Priuses, you actually could get a. It's not a full solar panel, but you could get part of the roof as a solar panel to help with that sort of stuff. Surprise party in your face. Yes. That would definitely be the case if an airbag inadvertently went off in your Honda CR-V. And the worst thing is, all 118,598 examples are brand new 2019 crossovers.
You buy a brand new car and then it just beats you up.
Yeah. Gives you a bloody nose. Yeah. These cars were built from October 3rd, 2018 through April 1 of 2019. Convenient say, yeah. Well, you know, they have to be politically correct and not say, you know, watch out, you're going to get your face smashed in by a... Anyway. What is our next recall, Grayson?
Oh boy. Chrysler recalls almost 200,000 Pacifica minivans for wiring issues.
In addition to a Ram recall that affect 400,000 trucks, Fiat Chrysler has a second recall covering over 100,000 cars. Chrysler late last week issued a recall for nearly 200,000 examples of the 2017 through 19 Pacificas. The affected vehicles carry build dates between October 11, 2016 and November 20, 2018. Vehicle build after that date features an updated component that does not present an issue. Problem stems from a wiring harness, specific sealer used during the manufacturing process might cause a loose battery ground joint.
That's not good.
Nope. Not at all. Not a good thing. Let's see. Investigation. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So if you own a Pacifica, get it checked out. And as we just said a minute ago, Dodge is they're also recalling the 410,000. It's very interesting, you know, the recalls and how many, you know, it just seems like nowadays everything's being recalled for everything.
Seriously.
Well, there are some, you see a lot of cars coming in for a certain thing and they don't have a recall, but you know, it's stuff that gets fixed under warranty that is kind of like cannot disclose that. So, yes, anyways, 410,000 Ram pickup trucks are being recalled to upgrade tailgate locks. 2015 through 17 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 pickup trucks, all of which have 8-foot cargo beds and power locking tailgates. 2019 underwent a major redesign and is not part of the recall, nor are trucks in the specific range with manual tailgate locks, only with power tailgate locks. Mm-hmm. So if you got a power tailgate on your Ram, you should get it recalled.
Do Ram trucks not have names? Do they just have numbers?
Okay. Until a couple of years ago, it was a Dodge Ram. Dodge Ram 1500, Dodge Ram 2500.
Okay.
But I think it was starting in 2015. They spun Ram off as its own truck brand. So it's now a Ram 1500, you know, Ram whatever.
Okay.
Rather than a Dodge Ram, which I don't get. But hey. Well, it's probably because they know that the cars are dying and they're going to get rid of Dodge soon, but that still doesn't make sense. I would have kept it, you know, Dodge, but anyway. Yeah. Okay, next up for the recall list is 270,000 Fords that could roll away.
Oh, God.
This actually is a little bit older of a story. This was from May 15th. May 15th. Oh, jeez, boy. Gosh, this thing won't go away. That's not a recall. That's a blessing. Yeah, that's true. 273,000 Ford Fusions and the Ranger pickup trucks in North America could roll away if the gear is not in park. Well, yeah.
Couldn't any car do that?
Kinda. Now, why? Oh, shifter cable. May detach from the transmission, allowing the driver to remove the ignition key when the vehicle is not in park. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes a little bit more sense. But how do you do that? Yeah. Okay. So, 270,000 Ford Fusions from 2013 to 16, and only 2,800 of the new Ranger pickup trucks. So that is it for recalls.
Just gotta love how Honda managed to get two just smacks in the face with their CRV.
And that's the amazing thing is, you know, they're supposed to be. Oh, sorry guys. They're supposed to be like the best, you know, most reliable, you know, great company, and here they are with, you know, two really huge recalls. But then again, you know, the Accords weren't a part of it, and that's one of the, you know, what they call the most reliable, whatever. Okay, guys, that's what we got for you for tonight. Unless you guys want to talk about some stuff in the chat. Not paid off yet. Yeah, that is very true. If the car's not paid off yet, it's not good if there's recalls and stuff. But Yums, you want to talk about the Universal Yums, my darling? That's a question for all of you. Again, please, anyone who's watching now or watching this later in the your own time frames, please, if you haven't noticed, we did a video, posted a video up a couple days ago that is what we call it. Well, we don't call it. The company is called Universal Yums. It is a company that sources snacks from other countries, and then you get a box of certain things, you know, certain candies, you know, chips, whatever, you know, you want to call it. And then you know, you get to enjoy it. So we did this video. We put it up of just kind of a tester to see whether it's something you guys would be interested in watching. If you guys did enjoy it, or, you know, think you would enjoy something that's not quite car-based as far as entertainment on here, please comment either this video or on that video, so we know whether we're going to keep it as a kind of a offbeat American Bumper Bumper thing, or whether we're going to cut it down and move it over to a second channel that I started a while ago, AB2B, America Bumper to Bumper, but just shortened, where we have, she's done some, the video correctly. All right. Good to know. Sean, thank you for that advice. It's something that I've been kind of thinking about figuring out, but we'll see. Speak to touch. No, don't worry about it. We're all good. Yep. So you guys are all happy with that. We'll keep posting that on here. We do have one more video we just did for the May Universal Yums box. Plus, are you still into your ASMR soap cutting, or are you kind of grown out of that?
Not right now.
Okay. Trying to get her to do some videos, but you know, we'll see. This might be the only time you get to see her. All right. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight on the live stream. Thank you everyone who stayed on for about an hour that we've been doing this. Really appreciate all the support and love, and keep your eyes open for the next Kringle Cars and Coffee video, which probably be uploading tomorrow morning. And have a day. Hopefully it's a good one.